46 you see, each of the strobe photographs A, B and C in the figure was taken of a single dark disc moving towards the right with which we take as the positive direction. One disc is moving along the positive direction. Its motion is recorded by a strobe photograph. Means every second we can take the photograph. Within each photograph, the time interval between the images is constant. Means every 1 second, every 0.1 second. Like that, they took the photograph. That strobe photograph took the strobe camera, that took the photographs in that manner. What it is representing? Observe the first figure. What will happen? Gradually distance is decreasing. Second photograph you observe, distance is constant. Third you observe, distance between the disc is gradually increasing. So first one will represent the uniform retardation. Second one will represent uniform velocity. Third one will represent, means C will represent uniform acceleration. Choose the correct option. Photograph B shows motion with zero acceleration. Correct only. Zero acceleration means it is moving with uniform velocity. That is correct statement. Photograph C shows motion with positive acceleration. That is also correct. Photograph A shows motion with negative acceleration. All of these. So 44, it will be fourth option. All are correct only. Okay. Question number 47, no need graph question. 48 you see what they are asking. See, in every question, in any question, all the above is there. Blindly go to that. That will be the answer. All the above is there in any question. In general, 99% that will be the answer. Okay? Maybe to confuse you, maybe 1 or 2 times, 1-2% they will give also. But in general, all the above is there. Definitely that will be the answer. Remember. Next, 48. An athlete takes 2 seconds to reach the maximum speed of 18 kmph from rest. So initial velocity is 0. He attained a speed of 18 kmph. Convert this into meter per second. So kmph to convert into meter per second, we had to multiply with 5 by 18. So this value 5 meter per second. Okay. Now it took 2 seconds. Then what is his acceleration? Acceleration formula is what? Simple. V minus u by t. 5 minus 0 by 2. This value will be 2.5 meter per second square. 48, it will be second option. Next, 49. A car starts from rest and acquires velocity equal to 10 meter per second in 5 seconds. Find the acceleration of the car. Same type question. So, 49 you see. A car starts from rest, okay. Acquires a velocity equal to 10 meter per second in a time of 5 seconds. What is its acceleration? A is equal to V minus u by t. So 10 minus 0 by 5. 10 by 5 is 2 meter per second square. So 49, it will be fourth option. Next, 50. What they are asking. See. The position x of a particle varies with time as x is equal to at square minus bt cube. What will be the acceleration of the particle? When will be the acceleration of the particle becomes 0? X is equal to at square minus bt cube. When its acceleration value will becomes 0, that is the question. If we differentiate displacement, we will get velocity. If we differentiate velocity, you will get acceleration. So first, to get acceleration, I am differentiating this with respect to time. If we differentiate displacement, what we are getting? Velocity. So this value d by dt of at square minus bt cube. So this will be a into t square differentiation will be 2t. Same. What is the formula? D by dx of x power n is equal to n into x power n minus 1. So d by dt of t square 2 into 2t power 2 minus 1. This value is equal to 2t. T power 1 will be there, nothing but t. For example, if you take d by dt of t cube, 3 into t power 3 minus 1, n into t power n minus 1. So how much this value? 3t square. So minus b into 3t square, t cube differentiation. So what we are getting? V is equal to 2at minus 3bt square acceleration. D by dt of v, d by dt of 2at minus 3bt square. Okay, apply the same formula. Here if I took t, how much we will get? T means t power 1. So 1 into t power 1 minus 1. T power 1 minus 1 means t power 0. 1 into t power 0. T power 0 is 1 only. 1 into 1 means anything power 0 will be 1 only. So 1 into 1 will be 1 only. So this is 2a into d by dt of t means 1 minus 3b into t square differentiation 2t. So what we are getting? A is equal to 2a minus 6bt. 3 into 2 will be 6 So we will get that as 6bt. Okay. This is acceleration. Again this a will be there. You might be confused. So just for this question I am writing capital A as acceleration symbol, because this a there is a chance of confusion for you. Only for this question consider it as capital A, acceleration. So what they are asking, at what time acceleration will becomes 0. So you equate this acceleration to 0. So when a is equal to 0, 2a minus 6bt is equal to 0. 2a is equal to 6bt. From this t is equal to 2a by 6b. This is equal to a by 3b. So time value will be a by 3b. Clear? So what will be the option for that? 50 if we consider first option. Clear? Next. 51 you see. A 50-gram super ball, a 50-gram super ball traveling at some ball that is traveling at 25 meter per second bounces off a brick wall and rebound at 22 meter per second. A high-speed camera records this event. If the ball is in contact with the wall for 3.5 millisecond, what is the magnitude of average acceleration of the ball during this time interval? So one ball is going like this. This is wall, let it be. One ball is going like this with a velocity of 25 meter per second. Okay. This is wall. Ball is going with a velocity of 25 meter per second. Hits the wall. It loses some velocity and returns back with a velocity of 22 meter per second. Time of contact is 3.5 millisecond. So U value 25 meter per second. V is equal to minus 22 meter per second. Why I am taking minus means it changes its direction. Actually, it is going along the positive x-axis. Here what happened, it is changed its direction. Now it is moving along the negative x-axis. So, it will be minus 22. Time value 3.5 millisecond. 3.5 into 10 power minus 3 seconds. Okay, millisecond that is. So what they are asking, what is the acceleration? A is equal to V minus U by T formula. So minus 22 minus 25 by 3.5 into 10 power minus 3 means this will be 35 into 10 power minus 4. Clear? So minus 47 this is by 35 into 10 power 4. 3.5 into 10 power minus 3 means nothing but 35 into 10 power minus 4. If we calculate this one, this value is equal to 1.34 into 10 power 4 meter per second square. They are asking just magnitude only. Magnitude means no need to consider the sign. Therefore, modulus of A is equal to 1.34 into 10 power 4 meter per second square. Okay, that is about 51. So 51 answer will be fourth option. Next, 52 no need, 53 no need, graph questions. 52, 53, 54, 55 all no need. Come to 56. What they are asking, see. What they are asking is, in which one of the following situations can the equations of kinematics not be used? Kinematics equations we cannot use in a particular situation. What is that situations they are asking? When velocity changes from moment to moment, we can apply kinematic equations there. What are kinematical equations? A is equal to, means V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to ut plus half AT square, V square minus U square is equal to 2as, Sn is equal to U plus A into n minus half. These are the kinematical equations. We can use that equations when velocity is changing moment to moment. First option will be correct only. Means where we are not using, that we have to find. When velocity remains constant, acceleration is 0, there also we can use that equations. When acceleration changes from moment to moment, actually all these equations are we will apply uniform acceleration only, we will apply, means acceleration is constant. Then only we can apply that 4 equations. Here they are saying acceleration is changing from moment to moment, means non-uniform acceleration. There we can't use that equations. So 56, if we take, third option will be the answer. We can't use kinematical equations when acceleration is changing. Fourth, when acceleration remains constant, yes, definitely we can use that equations. So 56, that will be third option. 57, in a race, 2 horses, silver bullet and shotgun, start from rest and each maintain a constant acceleration. In the same elapsed time, silver bullet runs 1.2 times farther from the shotgun. According to the equations of kinematics, which one of the following is true concerning the acceleration of the horses? Here 2 horses are there. One horse name is silver bullet. Another horse name is shotgun. Names of the horses. Both started from the rest. Okay, means initial velocity is 0. Both are moving with constant acceleration. If it is moving with acceleration, some acceleration of silver bullet, SB, Shesh Babu, acceleration of silver bullet, and this is, I am assuming, acceleration of shotgun, ASG. Then what happened? In the same time, for example, this shotgun came to here, this silver bullet came to here. it moves 1.2 times more compared to the silver gun, this silver bullet, comparing to short gun. So displacement of silver bullet is 1.2 times of short gun. They gave this clue. What they are asking, what is the relation between the accelerations? Okay. This is displacement of short gun. This they gave. Then S is equal to ut plus half at square. U0, this is equal to half at square, because both are started from the rest. In the same time, means time is also constant. Since t is constant, S proportional to A. Then if we apply for the 2, what we can write? We can write like this. S of silver bullet by S of short gun is equal to A of silver bullet by A of short gun. We can write like that, S proportional to A. So then this is how much? 1.2 Sg they gave. So we are substituting that. This will be 1.2 displacement of short gun. Yes, silver bullet value is SSG is equal to A silver bullet by A short gun. This will cancels. So acceleration of silver bullet will be 1.2 times of acceleration of short gun. Okay. So 57, it will be fourth option. Clear? Next, 58. A skateboarder starts from rest and moves down a hill with constant acceleration in a straight line, traveling for 6 seconds. In a second trial, he started from rest and moves along the same straight line with the same acceleration for only 2 seconds. How does his displacement from his starting point in the second trial compared with that from the first trial? Simple only. So what they are asking, see, (58) one hill is there like this, down the hill. One person started from here, rest. He traveled for 6 seconds and came to here. Let it be S1. He started from rest, moving with acceleration, and 6 seconds, some distance he traveled. In the second case, same person with same acceleration traveled only for 2 seconds. This is only for 2 seconds time. He traveled, first case, 6 seconds. If we compare these distances S1 and S2, how the relation will be there? That is the question. S is equal to ut plus half at square, we know. U value is 0, they mentioned. He started from rest. Here u is equal to 0. S is equal to half at square then. And they mentioned with the same acceleration he traveled. Given A is equal to constant, S proportional to t square. So S1 by S2 is equal to T1 square by T2 square. This S1, S2, this is 6 square, this will be 2 square, 36 by 4. This will be 9. S2 value when compared with S1, how it will be there? That is the question. S1 by S2 is equal to 9. Then I am writing here. S2 will be how much? S1 by 9. This will be 1 by 9th of this distance. Means if he traveled 18 meter, here 18 by 9, only 2 meter he will travel. So, what will be the option there? 1/3, 3 times, 1/9. 1/9 will be the answer. What they are asking, how does his displacement from his starting point in the second trial compare with that from the first trial? Okay, 58 it will be third option. Question number 59 you see. What they are asking, see. A racing car starts from rest at t is equal to 0 and reaches a final speed v at time t. If the acceleration of the car is constant during this time, which of the following statements are true? Car traveled a distance vt. Car is moving with constant acceleration. Then car will move how much distance? Yes, actually formula will be ut plus half at square. U0 they gave. Car started from rest. And in the time t, its velocity becomes v. So this will be 0. I am assuming its acceleration is a. This will be half at square displacement. They gave first option, car travels a distance vt only. So wrong this is. Second option, average speed of the car is v by 2. Initial velocity is 0 here. After time t, its velocity becomes v. Average velocity means initial plus final velocity by 2. So this will be v by 2. This is correct only. Okay. So second statement is correct. Third one. The magnitude of the acceleration of the car is v by t. A is equal to change in the velocity by time. Final minus initial by time t. So A is equal to v by t. This is also right. The velocity of the car remains constant. No, velocity is not constant because car is accelerating. So, velocity is not constant. Actually, they gave this, you change this as A, B, C, D. So this statement, velocity is constant, that statement will be wrong. This statement, S is equal to Vt will be, that is also wrong. Only these two are correct. So second option is right. 59, it will be second option. Clear? Next, 60. What they are asking, see. The velocity of a particle moving with uniform acceleration at an instant is 10 meter per second. After 3 seconds, its velocity becomes 16 meter per second. The velocity at 2 seconds before the given instant. Here, velocity is 10 meter per second. After 3 seconds, velocity will be how much? 16 meter per second. 2 seconds before. Here how much velocity is there? That is the question. Using this clue, you find acceleration. Here let it be u. A is equal to v minus u by t. 16 minus 10 by 3, 6 by 3, this value 2 meter per second square. That will be acceleration. Now in between these two I am applying. This we don't know. A is equal to v minus u by t. Again, A value just we calculated 2. Here this is initial, this is final. 10 final, initial u, time will be 2. Understanding? Here you applied this is v, this is u. In between these two, if we apply this is v, this is u. So 4 is equal to 10 minus u. U is equal to 10 minus 4. This will be 6 meter per second. U value will be 6 meter per second. Okay. So 60, it will be first option. Clear? 61. A particle starts moving from a position of rest under constant acceleration. It covers a distance x in the time t. What distance it will travel in the next t seconds? Particle started from rest, moving with acceleration. In the first t seconds time, it traveled a distance x. In the next t seconds time, if this distance is y, what is the relation between these two? In the synopsis we discussed, freely falling body means uniform accelerated motion only. Distance traveled in equal intervals of time. S1 is 2, S2 is 2, S3 is equal to 1 is to 3 is to 5 is to so on. Means in the first 1 second if it travel x, next 1 second it will travel 3x distance. So this is nothing but s1 by s2 only if we consider 1 by 3. So this is x, this is y, this will be 1 by 3, y is equal to 3x. That is the relation between y and x. 62 you see, which of the following, so 61, it will be first option. 62, which of the following statements is not correct? The zero velocity of a body at any instant does not necessarily imply zero acceleration at that instant. Correct only. Vertically projected body at highest point, velocity will be 0, but acceleration equal to g. It is not equal to 0. First statement is correct. They are asking find the wrong statement. The kinematic equations of motion are true only for motion in which the magnitude and direction of acceleration are constant during the course of motion. Kinematics equation are valid when acceleration is constant. That is also correct statement. The sign of acceleration tells us whether the particle speed is increasing or decreasing. Here all the is gave. All these are not correct here. Intelligently they gave. Third option will be wrong. What is the wrong in that is, we can take on the depending on the chosen axis, acceleration we can consider it as positive or we can consider it as negative. Okay, what we are choosing, (62) you see, freely falling body, what I choose, A is equal to plus G. Vertically projected body, I choose A is equal to minus G. In some books, they will give for freely falling body, A is equal to minus G. For vertically projected body, they will give A is equal to plus G. They will take, this is origin, above will be positive, below the origin it will be negative, like that we will consider. It is not meant A is equal to minus G means freely falling body velocity is gradually decreasing. It is not meant velocity is gradually increasing when A is plus G. It depends on the chosen axis. So, sign of the acceleration generally won't specify whether body is speeding up or speed is decreasing or increasing. It won't represent. It depends on the chosen axis by us. So third statement will be wrong. 63rd is a graph question. We will leave that question. So 63 up to that successfully we completed. We will stop this lecture now, and remaining we will continue in the next class. From 64 onwards we will start doing in the next class. Okay, we will stop this lecture now.